Welcome friends, this is Ricky Sambo, and in this lesson let us look at question 23 which came in 2020. So now this question is time graph. So a sprinter runs a race of 200 meters. Her total time for running the race is 25 seconds, ending at u meter per second. Below is a sketch of the motion of the sprinter. So we have, this is the sketch. So this is the sketch. So meaning that we are moving from, in speed, we have 9 meter per second, and then we have u meter per second, and then here, so this is the direction of time, and then this is the direction of what? Or speed. So now let us look at the first question. So they've said calculate the acceleration in the first 4 seconds. So we are looking at first 4 seconds. So this is the distance, or 4 seconds. So we're moving from 0 and then to 4 seconds. So this is what we are looking at. Okay. Now the formula we know for acceleration, that acceleration is equal to velocity minus initial velocity over time. So in this case we can substitute and say the velocity, that is 9, we have 9 here, which is, so 9 over initial we have 0, so initial, that is where it is starting from, so that is we have a 0, and then under time that we've been asked is under 4 seconds. So in this case we can say 9 over 4. So what are we going to have if we have 9 over 4? So 4 into 9, we have 2, remainder 1 over 4. So that is our answer. And then don't forget to put the units, because acceleration is, so acceleration meter per what? Per second squared. So that is the acceleration there. And then the second question is distance covered in the first 20 seconds. So distance covered in the first 20 seconds. So where is the 20 seconds? So here. So meaning that this distance, we have to look at this distance covered in 20 seconds. So this is the distance that we are looking at. So this is the distance that we are looking at under 20 seconds. So now how do we handle such a question when it comes? So okay, so in this case we're going to say, so distance covered, so if you want you can write to say distance, so distance covered in 20 seconds, so we would say the distance covered in 20 seconds. Now when you look at this, you find that this is the distance. Now this shape here, it is a parallelogram, so it is looking like this. We're going to put it like this. So this is how it is looking at. So this is how it is looking. So you'd find that we have so here it is from, okay, so from 0, and then we have 20 there, and then what else do we have? So we have also a 9 there, and then 9 here. When you look at this is the distance that we are looking at, which is a 9. So this is 9, because the distance from here up to here, it is a distance from, so the distance from here up to 0, it is the same distance from here up to there. So meaning that here also we have a 9 there. So that is where this 9 is coming from. And then here the distance from, so the distance we can just cut there so that we know. So meaning that the distance from here, to here, we can just subtract 4. We can subtract to say 20 minus 4, it will give us what? 16. So meaning that here it is 16. So here also we have 16, that is the distance there. So we can say the formula for a parallelogram, we would say half and then A plus B, and then we have H there. So H means the height, and then we can substitute to say D is equal to 1 over 2, and then open bracket A, that is 20. Now this is the distance, which is a 20. So 20 plus C. So B, it is the distance which is here, which is, this is the distance which is 16 there, or we can say this is the distance for B, so which is 16, and then we close. Let us look at the height. What is the height? So the height is 9 there, so we multiply by 9. So we can do some mathematics there. We work out what is in the bracket. So we'd say 1 over 2, and then 16 plus 20, so it will give us 36, and then we close, and then what is outside the bracket there. And then now when you look at this, you try by all means to simplify, because this is maths paper 2 or maths paper 1, sorry. So if you want, you can multiply 36 by 9. It will give us 36 by 9, it will give us something like 324. So it will give us 324. So 1 over 3 1 over 2, sorry, 1 over 2, and then we have 324. So now 324, again we can say 2 into 2, it is 1, and then 2 into 324, it will give us 162, sorry, 162. So it will give us 162. Let me write it properly so that we see. So we are saying that 1 over 2, and then open bracket, this will give us 3, so 324, like we said. So this is paper 1, would say 2 into 2, it is 1, 2 into 3, we have 1, remainder 1, and then 2 into 12, we are going to have 6, and then 2 into 4, we are going to have what? We're going to have 2. So meaning that the distance that we have is 162 meters. So 162 meters, that is the distance that we have. And then let us look at the other question that we've been asked, to say the value of U. So if we look at the question very closely, you'd find that we're looking at a value of what? Of U. So this is the value of U, this U. That is what we want to look at. Now, if at all we want to answer this question very well, we're going to pick this. We're going to get this. So this is what we're going to get. Or let me just clean it so that I explain it very well so that you see. Okay, so because we are looking at U, even here we have U. Okay, so meaning if at all we have this distance from here to there, we have, so that is 9 obviously, and then the distance from here up to here we don't know, and then here we can also know that this is the height, where we say this is the height. So a parallelogram always, this is the height. Okay, so the height we can say 25 minus 20, we're going to have a 5 there. So meaning that here we have a 5. Okay, so what else are we looking for? So we have a 9 here, and then here we don't know. Here we don't know. So it's more like this. Okay, so it is more like this. So here we have a 5, and then here we have a 9, and then here we don't know. Okay, so here we don't know. That is where we want to look at, or to find the value of what? The value of U. So in this case, what are we going to do in such a situation? So you'll find that first of all, we have to look at the distance, because we are looking at the distance now, the distance which we've been given. So meaning that a sprinter runs a race of 200 meters. Okay, so 200 meters, that is the whole journey now. And then apart from that, we'll find that we have also the distance in 20 seconds that we were looking at, which is 162. So meaning we have 2 distances covered. So in this case, to find the distance, we'll start by first of all finding the average distance. So because the distance that we want to find is the distance between 20 seconds and what? And 25 seconds. That is the distance. But for the whole journey, it is so we have for the whole journey, which is 200 meters. Now for the one that we looked at in 20 seconds, that is 162. So now for us to find the distance for between 20 seconds and 25 seconds, we're going to subtract to say 200 meters minus 162 meters. So it will give us what? It will give us 38 meters. So meaning the distance here which was covered, it is 38. So the distance which was covered, it is 38 meters. So because 38 meters, we have found 38 meters, that is the distance. Now we want to find the value of u. So the value of u, how do we find the value of u? We're going to use the same formula, which is d is equal to, because it is a parallelogram, would say 1 over 2. Let me just draw here. So this is a parallelogram, and then we say that here is 5, here it is 9, and then here we have a u there. So in this case, it will be open bracket a plus b, and then h there. So d is equal to 1 over 2, and then what else are we supposed to do? So we have a 9, a b, so we have a 9. So 9 plus b, because b we don't have, here we don't have, and then we mod h, that is 5. So in this case, d, the distance which was traveled, is 38. So we're going to use 38 there. So 38 is equal to 1 over 2, and then 9 plus b is equal close bracket. So to give us it is a 5 outside the bracket. So in this case, what are we going to do? So if we want, we can cross multiply when we reach here, because this is maths paper 2. So you have to be very careful and tactical. So meaning that we cross multiply. So it will be 38 by 2 is equal to, so 1 open bracket 9 plus b, you close, and then we have a 5 there. And then when we multiply, so when we multiply to say 38 by 2, so here we're going to have what are we going to have? So that is 16, and then 2 times 3, that is 6 plus 1, we're going to have 7, so 76. So we'd say 76 is equal to, so here we're going to have, because when we multiply everything by 1, we're going to have 9 plus b, and then therefore it's a continuation. Therefore we would say 76 is equal to, so 5 we multiply by 9, so 5 times 9, it will give us 45, and then 5 times b, we're going to have 5b. So we collect the like terms, we would say 76 minus 45 is equal to b, 5b. So 76 minus 45 So here it is 1, and then here when we subtract 7, so it is 3, and then we're going to have a 31, meaning 31 is equal to 5b. So we divide by both sides with 5, so 5, so b is equal to 5 into 31, 5 into 31, that is, because 5 into 30, that is 6, we're going to have remainder 1, and then over 5. So it means that b is what? Is 6.5. 6.5. That is b. So it means that u is equal to 6.5. So it means that we have just found the value of u. Okay, so this is where we come to an end. If you found this video to be useful to you, you can reach me to my or you can text via WhatsApp or follow me on Facebook and YouTube for more of such videos. So my number is 0969650240. So this is my number. If you want online tuitions, so you can reach me through this same number. May God bless you.